Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is the Reading Chronicles. Since I'm new to BookTube, I thought I'd start with the BookTube Newbie Tag. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? I really wanted to be part of the BookTube community. There are already a lot of great booktubers out there, but I think we can always add more voices, spread more diverse opinions, champion more diverse reads, and just get more people to read more books. I also wanted to use this as a way to help me remember what I read. I used to keep a book blog and I would write essays about every book that I read, and I found that really helped me remember my books. When you read a lot, it's very easy for the books to go in one ear and out the other, and you just don't remember what you read. You remember if you liked it most of the time, but you don't remember what it was about. And I really hope that starting this channel will help me remember those books more. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring? I think that a lot of booktubers are already bringing a lot of great content, like I said, but I hope to spread some awareness about diverse authors, provide some calming reading content, and champion libraries. Not to skip to the last question, but kind of to skip to the last question. This is my book collection. It's 2 Billy bookcases and 1 half-size bookcase. And I don't really buy books anymore. I only buy books if it's an author who I love, or if it's a really nice edition of a book that I love. But most of the time I get my books from the library. I use either the Libby app or I get the physical books, and I just don't spend money on books anymore. So I also hope to show how much the library has to offer all of us who love to read without us having to break our wallets every time we want to read a new book. Question 3. What are you most excited for? Even more bookish content, of course. I hope to explore some genres that I don't normally read, maybe check out some celebrity book club selections, as well as compare the screen adaptations to the book to determine who did it better. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be the book. Question 4. Why do you love reading? It's one of the best ways to inhabit a world that is completely unknown to me. Whether it's a futuristic world that doesn't actually exist, or if it's our own world, which I will never experience because of the body that I inhabit. So whether it's a person of a different gender, a different race, a different orientation, religion, or some other different type of experience, books are one of the best ways to help me understand perspectives that I can never experience myself. I also really love getting lost in beautiful writing. I've always said that a book doesn't have to have a plot at all, but if it has beautiful writing, I'll love it. Question 5. What book or series got you into reading? I remember books always being a part of my life, but some of the books that I really loved were those in the Nancy Drew series. I loved Roald Dahl, especially James and the Giant Peach. The Phantom Toll Booth was a favorite of mine. And I really loved Beatrix Potter. I found most of my favorite books when I was in high school. The fact that I loved rabbits as a kid and I still love rabbits now can probably give you a guess as to what one of those favorites was. More of that to come in a future video. After high school and college, I really had to rediscover my love of reading. 2 of the books that I remember doing that were Bridget Jones's Diary, whose writing I really liked. It was popular at the time. I decided to pick it up, and I just really found the writing interesting, and I haven't read it since then. I should probably reread it, but it helped re-spark my love of reading. And for a completely different style of book, it was Lolita. And this is the type of book where the plot may not be something you champion, but the writing is amazing. For some reason, you find yourself sympathizing with a pedophile, and you have to confront your own inner thoughts about that. and it's amazing that a writer is able to make readers do that. Question 6. What questions would you ask your favorite YouTubers? Some questions I'd ask are, what do you wish you saw more of on BookTube? What do you wish others would shine a light on? And what do you wish would get more coverage? Question 7. What challenges with starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Like many people, I think time will be the biggest challenge. Between work and everyday life, adding a new hobby or endeavor into the mix will definitely be a challenge. I also think that it might be hard to resist the pressure to read books that I'm not interested in or participate in challenges that force me to read books that I'm not interested in. It's one of the reasons that I got so burned out on book blogging. I was participating in challenges that had me reading books that, yes, pushed me out of my reading comfort zone, but that tired me because they just weren't the type of books that I loved. That didn't mean they were bad or they weren't worth my time, but I found myself reading more to complete the challenge than to enjoy the book or to get something new from the book. And last, noise. I live in an apartment in the city, and there will be some noise. Question 8. When did you start reading? I was fortunate enough to have parents who read to me, so reading has always been a part of my life. But I remember specifically being in elementary school, either first or second grade, and going to the principal's office to read him a book. The school that I was in sent kids to the principal's office for good things as well as bad, and I got to show off my reading skills to the principal. So certainly by that time, I was reading books on my own. Question 9. Where do you read? Here, at my desk, sometimes in bed, sometimes at the library, sometimes at a coffee shop. So all the normal places. Question 10. What kinds of books do you like to read? I like contemporary and literary fiction. I'm a fan of science fiction. I like memoirs, and I particularly like to listen to audiobooks of memoirs when they're read by the author. I also like some history, especially when it has to do with race or gender issues. I also speak Spanish as a second language, and I use reading to help me improve my Spanish and vocabulary and grammar and all of that. Reading is so great for learning another language. So I try to read all of the above in Spanish when I can. I look for books originally written in Spanish, and if I can find a Spanish translation, I will read books not written in English in the Spanish version. Last question, what does your book collection look like? As I've said, this is it. I haven't added to it recently. The most recent big addition was my Toni Morrison books, which you can find here. I think I bought those in 2017 when I decided to read all of Toni Morrison's catalog. I've bought another book or two here and there, but like I said, I mostly get my books from the library, and I really hope to encourage more people to do that. You don't have to spend your entire paycheck on books to be well read. All right, that's the end of the tag. Subscribe for more bookish content, which I hope to be bringing to you soon. And I really look forward to being a part of this community and adding my voice to all of the other really great ones out there. That's it for me today. I hope you read well.